Okay, so what we're going to do in this chapter is we're going to talk about this is Word Chapter 1. So the important thing to remember is that we have to go through each and every step in the book. We can't skip steps because when you skip steps, you don't learn the different things that you can do with words. So even if you look at that first picture in the beginning, you look at that found dog flyer and you say, oh yeah, well I know how to do this. You don't, okay? You may think you do, but you don't. So don't skip steps. It's really important that you do this step by step. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by downloading the files that you're going to need in order to do this assignment. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by we're going to go to the internet, and what I've done is I've uploaded the files for you because the instructions in the book aren't really clear, and they take you to a site that doesn't really work. I had trouble doing it, so if I had trouble, then you're going to have trouble, and so I'm not really happy with the instructions that they give you. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by going to Blackboard, go ahead and log in, go to Computer Concepts, go to your learning units, and we're going to go into Word Week 3. And this file right here, the Chapter 1 zip, this is going to be your files that you need. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to do Save As. And you can save it to your desktop. I'm going to save it to my desktop. You can save it wherever you want to. It runs a security scan for me. Okay, and then what I'm going to do here is now we're going to go look at my desktop. Here's my zip folder. You don't want it as a zip folder, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to right click on it and choose Extract All. And I'm going to extract it to my desktop, Chapter 1, and extract. Okay, so here it is. If I look at my desktop, here it is right here, Chapter 1 and Chapter 1, and here's all the files that I'm going to need. See, here's that silly little puppy dog that we're going to need for this assignment. So here's all the files that you're going to need. So we're just going to do that to start. Okay, then we're going to go to the Start menu, and we're going to go to All Programs, and don't look at all the massive stuff I have down here. And we're going to go to Microsoft Office, and we're going to go to Microsoft Word 2010. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to maximize our window. So up here you're going to see 3 buttons. Okay, this is a minimize button. This is your maximize or restore button, depending on which view you have open. Right now it's my maximize button. If I maximize, now it's my restore down button. Okay, see restore down. And then this is my close button. So we're going to maximize it so it takes up our whole screen. Okay. Then the next thing that we're going to do is we want to display our formatting marks. Now they do that as they start typing first, but we're going to go ahead and turn on our formatting marks first. Now these formatting marks here, they're in our paragraph group. This is your ribbon up here, okay, this thing right here. Each of these are your tabs, okay. Your tabs will open up a different ribbon so that you can see different ribbons. Okay, your home tab is also called your default ribbon. Okay, it's got the commands on it that you're going to use the most. Okay, so usually we're going to be in our home tab. Okay, you can just click on these in order to change the view. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click on our, this is our show hide formatting marks. Now when you actually print your document, these are not going to show. What these are those are just codes. Okay, those are codes that the computer sees, and it shows us so that we can see what different things we're typing. So for instance, if we see that arrow, I just hit a tab key. So now I know that there's a tab mark there. If I hit that, you see there's a little dot there. That dot is actually a space character. See, I can see that I hit a lot of space keys. Okay, now a space, if I hit a lot of space keys, that's not the same as a tab. Now, if I, now watch this. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type, I'm just going to type a word. Okay, now if I go tab, now I can see, okay, I'm going to change back to a tab. Okay, now I can do that, or I can do this. Now, if I turn off my paragraph marks, now you see those look the same, right? But they're not. Okay, this one I did with a tab key. This one I did with the space key. Now, it's kind of hard to see the difference, but watch this. If I do this, hold on, let me close this. Okay, if I change my tab marks, okay, so let me change this. Now let's say I want to change my tabs, okay, so I don't want my tabs to be at this is actually at 1/2 inch. You can see there's a 1/2 inch there. So let's say I change my left tab, and we'll learn how to do this later. Let's say I change my left tab here. See how that changes now? Now this today is here, but look at what it did here. It did nothing. It didn't affect this second one. Why? Because I did this with space keys. I didn't do it with a tab. See, so it makes a difference how you do that tab, whether you do a tab or whether you do spaces. Somebody who is using Word correctly will know the difference. Somebody who is using it incorrectly is not going to know the difference, and they're not going to do it correctly. And so if something needs to change on the if something needs to change on the document, let's say you had to change all the tabs throughout the whole document, that would make a difference. Okay, so if you did it using the spaces and you tried to change the tabs, you'd have to go through and you'd have to change this on the whole document. Okay, so it's important that you do it correctly. Okay, so we're going to turn our paragraph marks on. I just took that out. I'm going to remove this tab because we don't want that tab mark. So I'm just going to take this tab mark and I'm going to take it off. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm on page Word 6. I'm going to type what it says. It says type found dog. Okay, so my text is typed. Now it says hit the enter key. Now see, it automatically enters some blank space between the lines. Okay, it says enter another blank line. Now see, because I have my paragraph marks on, I can see that I have 2 blank lines there. Okay, now I'm going to type a line of text. I'm going to type adorable, loving, friendly, well-behaved dog found early Friday morning, June 1st, wandering on the bike trail at Filter Park in Hampton Township. Okay, now notice I didn't put a paragraph mark here. Okay, you don't see one of these marks here. Okay, you just see a space, right? One of those little dots, you see a space, you don't see a paragraph mark. Because unlike with typewriters, I don't have to hit an enter key to move to the next line. It automatically moves to the next line. That's called word wrap. Okay? Now I'm going to hit the enter key again. I'm going to move to the next line. Now I'm going to put tan color with, now I'm going to on purpose misspell this word, patches. Okay, now when I hit the space bar, see, it gives me the little squiggly line. You saw that happen up here when I was misspelling words. Now, if I don't know how to spell that word, what I can do is I can right click, and it gives me options: paces, patches, peaches, poaches, parches. Okay, so I want this, patches, P-A-T-C-H-E-S. So I can just click on that, and it's automatically going to correct my word. Now, it didn't automatically correct it when I misspelled it because it didn't know which word I wanted. It didn't know, because there were lots, we saw there are lots of different choices. But some words, let's see, like that one, see how it automatically corrected? Okay, see, watch again. Okay, see if I type H-T-E, it automatically corrects it to T-H-E because this is an often mistyped word and it knows it wants it to be T-H-E. So it's going to automatically correct the word. Okay, so some words are like that. So we do patches. So then we're going to keep on typing. We're going to type of white on his chest. And then we're going to put male, adult, Cocker Spaniel. And then we're going to put green and silver, collar with the name Bailey on the tag. And then we're going to type, if this is your lost dog, call 555-1029. Okay? So now what we need to do is we need to format our paragraphs. Okay? But first what we're going to do is we want to save the document. Now we can't just hit the save key because we haven't saved it before, so it's going to kind of freak out. It's like, well, how do we want to save it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and save it on my desktop. Okay, and I'm going to rename this. I'm going to call it Found Dog Flyer. Now, on your homework assignment, it tells you to save it on a USB key. I do not have a USB key. If you did have a USB key, what you would do is you would go to your computer. Okay, and then one of these would be your USB key. I do not have a USB key in here, so that you do not see it here. But if you did, it would be one of these. Okay, I'm going to save mine on my desktop. So I'm going to go back up here. I save everything to my desktop, and then I put it someplace. So I'm going to save it to my desktop. Okay, you want to make sure it's a Word document, docx. Now, if you want to save it in an older version because you know you have a friend who's still using 97, you would save it here, .doc. But we're not. We're saving as docx. And then you want to do save. Okay? All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do some making it fancy. Okay? So what we're going to do first is we're going to click anywhere in this first paragraph, found dog. And we want to center it. Okay, so we can center it a couple of ways. First of all, we can go up into our home tab. In the paragraph group, these little sections, see how they're sectioned off? These are called groups. Okay, in our paragraph group, we can click on center. Now, look, when this drops down, this is called an enhanced tooltip, that little thing that drops down. See how it says control or center, control E, center text? That's called an enhanced tooltip. So we can also press the control key, hold it down, and press E. That'll center it. See how this turns orange? Okay, that's called a toggle key. See, when I press it, it turns orange. And it centers. When I press it again, it turns not orange and it uncenters. Okay, that's called the toggle key. Okay, so it moves it to the center of my page. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to select this line of text. Now I can do it a couple ways. I can either click and drag through it. I can click twice. Okay, sorry, click 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Click 3 times. That'll do the whole paragraph. Or I can move my cursor over all the way into the left margin till my arrow turns to, so that it's slanted to the right, and click to select that arrow. I mean, to select that line. Sorry. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to make the font bigger. Okay, now you can see this. This is one of my my little menus, or one of my little mini. This is my mini menu here that I can use, or I can go up here. The thing is if I use this one, okay, watch. Select this. When I use this, I don't have the preview. Oh yeah, I do have preview. They changed that in 2010. Woo. Okay, so what I can do is I can change the font size. Okay, so I want to change my font size to 72. I want to make it really big. 72. Okay, so I can change it here, or I can change it up here. Okay, so then I want to change my font. I want to change my font to Arial, and again, you can change it there, or I can change it here. I want to change it to Arial Roundhouse. Arial Roundhouse, rounded, empty, bold. Arial rounded, empty, bold. Oops, Gotta have that whole thing selected. Arial rounded empty bold. Okay. So, and you can select any of those fonts that you like. For this one, we're going to do Arial rounded empty bold. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to change the case. Let's say you typed it in sentence case. This is sentence case. Well, actually, not sentence case. Sentence case would have the first word capitalized. So let's say you want to change the case. Okay, see sentence case. See, that's going to lowercase that second word. Okay, all lowercase. Okay, all uppercase. Capitalize each word. That's how we had it in the first place, right? Okay, or we can do toggle case where the first letter is lowercase and all the other ones are uppercase. We're going to change it to all uppercase. Okay, so now we don't have to type it over again. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to apply a text effect. Text effects are really cool. Okay, for this one, we're going to apply this text effect right here. Okay, fill white gradient outline accent 1. Okay, and you can see there's other text effects. There's this one. You can see there's different kinds. See? And you can do different things. You can do like shadows. Those are text effects. Okay, you can do reflections. Okay, you can add glows. Okay, this is the one we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to add that text effect. Okay, and then we're going to click anywhere in the document just to click out to unhighlight that line of text. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to shade the paragraph. Okay, so just click anywhere in the paragraph, doesn't matter where. You can highlight the whole paragraph too to do this. Okay, you can just click anywhere in the paragraph. You can highlight the paragraph. It works both ways. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to highlight the paragraph. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this paint bucket. Okay, we're going to we're shading the paragraph. We're not highlighting. To highlight the paragraph, you're going to do this, and you have only limited colors to work with. If you're highlighting the paragraph, you have limited colors. But if you're shading the paragraph, you're not limited. Okay, so we're going to go down and we're going to pick this color, I think. We're going to pick this color, Orange Accent 6 Darker 50%. Orange Accent 6 Darker 50% is the color that we're going to choose. Okay, now of course you could pick any of these colors. Okay. See, but that's what I like about shading instead of highlighting, because with shading you can choose any color. Okay, but the difference is with shading, okay, here with when you highlight, okay, let's do highlight. Okay, that's highlight. But when you shade a paragraph, oh, you can do it that way too. Okay, so you can highlight or you can shade. Highlighting just really basically gives you certain, it's like using highlighter pens versus using markers. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to select multiple lines. So we're going to select all these lines down here. Now, this one, I want you to do this over on the side. Well, we're going to do it two ways. First, you can do it over on the side. What you can do is you can go so your arrow points to the right, and you can select multiple lines. Or what you can do is you can put your cursor up here at the top. You can hold your shift key down and click at the bottom. Okay, that works really well too if you want to select just a certain amount of text. So like if you want to just select this word loving, click in front of the word, hold the shift down, and click at the end of the word. Okay, that's really good if you just want to select a certain amount of text. Okay, but what we want to do is select all these paragraphs. So we're just going to click and slide down on the left side of the paragraphs there. Okay, we're going to change the font size of the text. Okay, again, what we're going to do is we're going to use this, we're going to use our mini toolbar over here. We're going to click 22. Okay, make it pretty big. Okay, select 22. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to select these, just these three. Okay, so selecting, using your arrow on the left side again, select these 3 paragraphs. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to go up here and we're going to choose this bulleted list. Okay, again, we're in our paragraph group. Click on the bulleted list. Okay, now here's something that's really cool, and I've done this a couple times already, and I didn't really explain what it is. Undo and redo. This is your undo button. You can undo, say you did something, you didn't like it, you can undo it. And then you look at it and you say, oh, you know what, I really did like that. You can redo what you did. Undo, redo, undo, redo. And you can go back a couple of steps. Undo, 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 undo. Okay, so you can go and then you can redo, 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 redo. Okay, so you can go back several steps. You're not limited to just 1 step or 2 steps. You can do several steps in order to get back to where you were. Okay? All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add italics. So go ahead and click anywhere in this word Bailey. And we can go up here and you can do this italic up here. Or, okay, there's that enhanced tooltip again. Look at your hotkeys, Control I. So if you don't want to mouse all the way back up here, you can just use your hotkeys, Control I. Notice that it does the whole word. Okay, so I didn't have to highlight this whole word. Okay, it just assumes that you wanted to do the whole word. Okay, so you don't have to highlight the whole word. Same thing with underline, Control U if you want to underline. Okay, that's a toggle. Control U to underline, Control U to un-underline, Control I to italicize. I can go back and forth. Control I will do and undo. Okay, so if you do it and then you decide you want to undo it, just use the same letter to do it and undo it. Okay, it's called a toggle. All right, now we want to add some color there. Okay, we want to add some color. So what we're going to do is we're going to color the text. So see this A with the color underneath it? That means color the text. So we're just going to pull it down and we're going to choose this color right here. Again, you didn't have to pick that whole word. Okay, it assumes you want to do the whole word. Okay, so we don't have to pick the word. We just do click anywhere in the word and it'll do the whole word. Now if you want to do more than 1 word, you do have to select the whole group. Okay, so we're going to change the color of that word right there just to kind of highlight that one. Okay, now we're going to select this line of text down here. Okay, we're going to center it. Okay, remember how do we center it? It's not Control C. Control C is copy. So we're going to Control E. Control E. Control E to center it. Okay, now I lost my mini toolbar. Okay, but if I want it back, I can just right click and it'll come back. Now it comes back with this, this is a contextual menu, but I can still get my mini toolbar back here. Okay, so I'm going to change the size of my font here to 28. Okay, and I'm going to change the color of my text. Okay, and I'm going to make it purple. Okay, now, remember selecting words. You can either click and drag through the group, or we can click on one side, hold our Shift key down, and click on the other side. Okay, we can underline, Control U to underline, Control U to underline. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to select this whole line of text. Oops. Left click, don't right click. Okay, and we're going to bold, Control B as in bold, to bold your text. Or, okay, same thing, go ahead and click right here to bold in our mini toolbar. Okay, the next thing we want to do is we want to change our colors. Okay, now you can change the colors just by going in and selecting up here. Okay, we can change our colors here. We can change our colors here. Now I want to show you something. Notice up here we selected colors in this group up here. Notice it says theme colors. Theme colors, okay? These are the theme colors up top. Down here are standard colors, okay? In our fonts, these are our theme fonts up top. See, it says theme fonts. Down here, not so much. See, it says all fonts. It doesn't say theme fonts. Okay, this is a theme font. See, it says Calibri Body. Look, see, it's in the theme font. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to change our colors. We're going to go up here to change styles. Now I want you to watch this color here. This was a theme color. Okay, this was a theme color too, this purple. This blue was also a theme color. Remember, we picked all those colors from this top group that said theme colors. Now watch this. We're going to go into our change styles, and we're going to change colors. Okay, ignore all these custom colors up here. We're not going to talk about that right now. What we're going to do is we're going to change colors, and we're going to choose aspect. Aspect. Now look, all of our colors changed. That blue changed. The brown changed. Our purple changed, and our blue changed. Okay, but let's go up and look. Okay, let's click in our Bailey. Okay, look, that's the same place that we chose our color from. Wait, where's that purple? Okay, there's the green right there. Okay, these are all colors from our group from about the same place that we chose our colors from. There's that purple. Okay, it was, remember, it was in that same kind of column. There's that brown. Okay, remember our brown was in that blue. That's where our blue column was. Oh, those are kind of grays, aren't they? Oh, there it is. There's our blue. Okay, remember our blue was in that column. There it is right there. Okay, there's our purple. Okay, remember our purple was in this column. There it is right there. Okay, our brown. There's our brown. Remember it was in this column right here. Okay, so all of it changed, but it changed according to the theme. Okay, it's all the same colors, but just according to where it was in the theme. Okay, so it's all the same, it's just changed where it was in the theme. Now, if we had used colors that weren't in the theme, okay, I'll use that color. Now watch what happens if I change styles. Okay, see, all this changes, but see, that color doesn't change because it wasn't in the theme. But if I change when it's in the theme, aspect, see, it changes. So if you want it to change according to the theme, you have to stay within the theme colors. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to center. Okay, and then we're going to insert a picture. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to insert. Okay, we're going to go to the insert menu. We're going to go to picture. Okay, now my pictures are on the desktop, so I'm going to go find chapter 1, right? That's what it was called, chapter 1. Okay, and I want this picture right here. Okay, I'm going to click the insert picture button. Okay, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to zoom the document. I'm going to go to View, and I'm going to go to one page, so I can see this all on one page. Ooh, my picture's a little bit big. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make my picture a little bit smaller, so it's going to fit on one page. So I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to grab, these are called handles. See, I have handles on the sides, and I have handles at the corners. So I'm going to grab the handle on the corner, and I'm going to make it smaller. Okay, so now it all fits on one page. Okay, now if you use the handles on the corners, it maintains the aspect ratio. It maintains the aspect ratio, which means that it gets smaller and shorter at the same time. Now, if I do this way, see, it's like silly putty. It mushes the picture. Okay, so we don't want to do that. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is I want to insert another picture. So I'm going to insert picture, and I'm going to do this picture here, and I'm going to insert, and it's a little bit big again, so I'm going to make it smaller. And I want the pictures side by side. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the picture. Let's see. What I want to do is I want to resize the graphic with the height to 2.74 and a width of 2.73. Okay, so we can see the height and width here. So I want to go 2.74. There we go. Okay, and then I want to do this one. And I want to do 2.74, 2.74, and 2.73. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to apply a style to the picture. So I'm going to click this dog to select it, and I'm going to go to my picture gallery, and I'm going to select the soft edge rectangle picture. And then I'm going to go to the picture effects, and I'm going to do glow. And I'm going to apply this glow on the tan 5-point glow accent color 6. Okay, and then I want to go to picture effects, 3D rotation, and I want to apply the off axis 1 right. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the next one. Okay, and then pretty much I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to do the soft edge rectangle. Okay, we're going to do the glow. We're going to do the tan glow. And then we're going to do the 3D rotation. And we're going to do the off edge, off axis to left. Okay, and then you should probably save. Okay, now you should be able to look at the whole page. Okay, now what you want to do next is you want to add a page border. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to the page layout tab. Okay, we're going to go to page borders. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to find you want to do the let's see. Okay, you want to do this one right here. And you want to apply a color to it. Okay, we want to do this kind of, what color is that? Dark green accent 4, lighter 60%. Okay, we want to change the width to a 3 point to give it a nice thick width. And then you want to click OK. Okay, the next thing you want to do is you want to go to the paragraph before the pictures. Okay, and then you want to change the spacing before the paragraphs. And you want to change the spacing before the paragraphs to 24 points. And you want to change the spacing after the paragraphs to 12 points. What this is going to do is it's just going to give you a little more space between the picture and the paragraphs. And then that way, that's going to give you a little more spacing after the pictures and before the pictures. Okay? Now, the final thing that you want to do is you want to go and you want to turn off your paragraph marks. You want to make sure that your flyer doesn't flow onto 2 pages. Save your document, and you should have a document that looks like this. Okay? Now, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you understand how to do all of that. And you're going to apply all of these skills onto the next 2 assignments. If you don't understand any of that, make sure that you apply that to, make sure you go through this again so that you're sure that you understand how to do all of that. Okay?